Oh God, I what a day! I'm working on a writing packet for a thing, and
Cool.
let me tell you, it's I hate writing submissions because it's the most labor-intensive no work ever.
Sorry, I froze out there for a second because I was on my Wi-Fi instead of my Ethernet. So,
Mm. You might get kicked off, and Chris might rejoin us in a second. Welcome everyone. Welcome aboard to the big stream. My name is John Hastings. I am currently healing bones and feeling overwhelmed. It's interesting because I've hurt myself and grown bones back, so I'm like, oh, I remember this. Only it's much worse because it's two bones.
and you're older as well. Don't forget that you're older. That hurts.
Yeah, that's true. Although
Hey,
it doesn't feel that like it's like the same in that weird way. In that it's not like I was in my 20s. It was like, like 32 to 35 is not
yeah,
substantial. Like that's it's you
yeah,
should
that's
quit.
fair.
You should quit smoking. That's the
Yeah.
difference. And I have. I have.
Or if you're really smart, don't smoke before that and then start
Wrong.
in your
Wrong.
30s. That's what
No.
smart people do.
No, that's what you did.
Yeah, smart person.
I mean, is that true? Although, like, but again, I also criticize everyone because everyone's like, I smoke, and I'm like, no, no, I smoked. The rest of you are just visiting smoking. Like
That's
I,
exactly what I'm doing though.
yeah, but like how many in a day?
Never more than 10, average like 4.
Oh God, fuck off! Like that's
Yeah, right.
nothing. Like I smoked like an actual, like how the doctors told you to in the 50s. You know what I mean? You got to cool your T zone. Chris is frozen again. I'm liking how Chris is frozen a lot. I like how Chris is creating the technical difficulties today on the broadcast.
What is going on with this Wi-Fi? It's so frustrating.
It's your fucking Ethernet, motherfucker. I mean, if it
This,
makes you feel any better, we've all had these problems before.
yeah, it's been okay all day. I worry that so I became an affiliate today. Thank you
Oh
for following me,
yeah.
everybody. It was great. So I set all that up and put in all the details and everything, and then I spent a bunch of time looking at FAQs and tutorials and fact sheets. Trying to figure out what the hell I should do with this newfound superpower. And then Alex Watson sent me a message and was like, "Hey, do you need help?" And I was like, "Yes, please."
Yeah. She's good for that. And then you're just kind of like, do I throw my computer away?
Yeah. Yeah. So she jumped in and saved my bacon. But as a result, I've been on the internet all day. And sometimes I wonder if my computer just goes, you know what, Chris, you've had enough. Goodbye.
Yeah, I know. I agree. It's an interesting thing because I just realized I can look at where we're getting all of our views. So we're getting 2 views from your Periscope, 2 views from your Facebook, 1 from my Twitch, 4 from your Twitch, 1 from my Facebook, none from your YouTube, 1 from my YouTube. So a nice mix.
Yeah.
It's a
Nicely
nice mix.
scattered.
Yeah, it's beautifully scattered. We lost 1 from your Periscope. I don't like that you're getting views from your Periscope. I think that's ludicrous. That's lunacy.
Well, it's my Twitter account. No one's on Periscope.
And this comes in from no one's on Periscope. That's from your Twitter account.
Yeah, so if you want to live stream through Twitter, you have to do it via Periscope.
So that's what Periscope's doing these days. That's what Periscope's up to. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean they also do other things. I love Periscope because when which revolt was it? I think it was, what was the one where they took it non-violently, but like they took the airports first and the army was out, but nobody died.
Oh God, I don't know. Oh heck, I'm not sure at all. What are you talking about? Oh, Chris is frozen again. What the hell, Chris? Welcome back, Chris.
This is some bullshit.
And we started so early. I also just realized because I realized that on my stream people think that we start at midnight, but we started 20 minutes early. But it's also because I'm just trying to do it every day, and I got excited.
Yeah, I've got. Oh, sorry. I've got it down at midnight in my schedule as well. So we're just giving them that extra good.
It's also I hadn't spoken to anyone all day, and I was like, I need to talk to someone now because we're getting it was getting very violently close to that point of like, well, I just won't talk to anyone all day, and you're like, oh, nope, don't want to do that. Don't want to be that guy. That guy is talked about by the neighborhood kids.
That guy's got a lot of very intense theories about them.
Yep, that guy doesn't. Yeah. Which one was it that the army they took? Was it the army that took the airports?
Yeah, the army took the airports. I think it was Turkey. It was. Remember the attempted coup in Turkey?
Oh yeah, they took the airports and the broad and like the and some of the TV stations, but not all of the TV stations.
Yeah, it was like that close. They almost took it over. And when that shit happens, then I jump on Periscope because there's always someone just live streaming it. And I saw a guy was at the airport, and there was tons of soldiers, and they were all standing there with their guns, but for real didn't want to fight. People were coming up to him and yelling at him and be like, "What the hell are you doing?" And they're like, "It's all right, man. Just calm down. It's all going to be good."
No one talks about this, but do you remember when they did the Muslim ban and how quickly the Americans just flooded their own airports? Like, it's one of those things where everyone. The Trump era was very interesting. A lot of people are like, the apathy of millennials. And I was like, where's the apathy of the millennials? Do you remind me when the apathy of the millennials happened? Was it the Me Too movement? The
Black Lives Matter?
Black Lives Matter was the constant revolt against Trump's policies? Because all that seemed like it took some fucking action. You Gen X fucks.
Yeah. The ones wandering through the deserts, leaving water packages for people crossing the border.
Yeah. How about you fucking go back to fucking supporting Marilyn Manson, you cunts?
I really thought that was going to end with a CK. I thought it was going to be cucks.
No. I go hard. Let me say this about so Marilyn Manson is a wrong'un.
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna sign back in. Give me a minute. Hold it down.
All right, I'm going to talk about Marilyn Manson being a wrong'un. Do you want me to kick you out, or are you going to leave and come back in?
I didn't hear whatever you just said. I'll be
back.
Get
out of here.
I didn't hear whatever you just said. I'll be back. I froze out.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank God. Chris is gone. It's me, John Wounded Hastings. I got the... You want to see my scar? Who wants to see my fucking scar? Check this shit out, everybody. Time for the scar. Oh, shit. Look at that motherfucker. I mean, I think it's going to be a good one. Welcome, Baldy. Welcome aboard, Baldy. We're a bit early. Thank you, David. Poppy2323, welcome aboard. Hello, everybody. We're a bit early on the stream. I know I'm very pasty. It's also I haven't been out of my fucking room all fucking day. I was working on a writing package, which, as I was saying to Chris, is the hardest you'll ever work, and you feel like you've worked not even a fucking little bit. It's the weirdest thing because you're literally just sat there staring at a screen. Like every thought is a hard thought, and you're like everything you think is that the way to do it, and you just want to get it right, and then you gotta fucking check it and check it again and check it again. And you're just filled with judgment. It's fucking brutes. But I got it done a lot longer. I was only going to work on it for 3 hours, and I worked on it for like 6 hours. But I think it's at a place where now I'm going to work on it with someone tomorrow to get it tight, and then I will stare at a fucking wall and hope to fucking God it works. Thank you all for joining the stream. It is much appreciated. We've got the regular crew of Hum Chums joining in. Baldy3, how you doing? Alan Ruffle, welcome aboard. Thank you, some of you, I think, watched me on Hot Tub yesterday. I was watching Nardenarm, who you rated last night. High school was cool. Always super neater to see you rocking it. Crazy. Hey, Liz, how are you? What's going on? If that's the Liz I think it is. What is up? A random blast from the past. Or it's just a random person that just guessed the name of someone I went to high school with. I just always remember that we never got in trouble for talking about bands while in Mr. Karp's drama class. It is, yeah. Do you remember how often there were acting exercises and instead we just sat in a corner talking about bands? That's my predominant memory of that class, and I still don't know how I did well in grades for that sort of thing. I assume you're still in Ottawa. Are you still in Ottawa? I'm in Los Angeles. I am. See, I got the Ontario flag there. There it is. Bro, what's up? Hello, welcome, Alex Watson. To bring you up to speed, Alex Watson, someone from high school is T-shirt rules. Loa. Which t-shirt rules? Whose t-shirt? My t-shirt? I had that in chemistry, except our teacher joined in after bollocking the other students. Get back to work. Anyway, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Oh man, I thought that was a legend. What was legend? Explain to me what's going on. How is lockdown in Canada? I assume it's brutal. Yeah, man, it was a very weird thing. It was an odd sort of time because it was late 90s, early 2000s. So it was still a time when you could be douchey about music. And I, along with my cool punker pals, was the most fucking douchey about fucking music. Like this is, and I still stand by this, by the way. David Bowie can. We would give crap for people for if they could not name a certain amount. 100% 100%. I still fucking give people crap for that. If they don't have the right, if they don't own an album of one of the band T-shirts that they're wearing, that is fucking bullshit. I now amended, by the way, that you have to be able to you have to be following them on Spotify and also have one song in your liked queue. And I amended that for myself because I realized I'm like, well, I technically own no albums at this point. Like they're nebulously somewhere in the ether of my wake. But like, come on. Yeah, you have to do it at a certain point. I got a Dolly Parton shirt. I can fucking absolute hashtag guest. Oh man, fuck. So crazy. I'm getting like a bunch of nostalgia waves for Nepean High School. Yeah, one of the worst mottos of a high school ever, by the way. Nepean High School. Take that off and put your gym shirt on. Did we say that to people? Fuck, we were fucking cool, weren't we? I do look back and there was some fucking peeing in the pool. Come on, Baldy. You're absolutely fucking nailing it. You're absolutely goddamn nailing it, my friend. I want you to all to guess. Can you guess what and Liz, or Little Fox 9. Shit! I just doxed! Uh-oh! Can you guess, NHS, can you guess what the motto for fucking Nepean High School was? Was that take off your put on your school shirt? No, the motto is so much fucking lamer than that. It is so much fucking... It is possibly the lamest motto. No one Google it. Possibly the lamest motto of anything ever. When's the last time we saw each other, Liz? Actually, I know when the last time I saw... Stop fucking doxing her. Little Fox 9. Last time I saw you was at House of Targ. And I'm going to say year of our Lord... 2015? Fuck. Yeah, that would be about right. Yeah, it was 2015. That was right. I remember this because I went there with people we went to high school with. ACTA? ACTA? What's ACTA? No, it's House of Targ in December of 2015. I was with, I believe, Paul. I'm going to use first names only, but she'll know. Paul, Steve. Was I at House of Targ? Or was it the Dom? It was either way. It was a... ACTA? Was that my last show? I don't know. Our school motto was aim higher, and which sounds encouraging, but it's basically like, it's never enough. Yeah, that's fucking brutal. That's a brutal school motto, actually. Like, it's essentially do better, fuckface. No, our school motto, the Nepean High School motto was play the game. Not win. Play the game. The Dom, the Dominion Tavern, possibly the greatest. It's the greatest dive bar ever. It smells like a hamster cage. All of the bartenders are gross alcoholics. Nothing has ever been cleaned, and its vibe is wonderful. It's amazing. It's one of the places I fear going because it has been October, November, December, January, February. Holy shit! What part of January? 4.5 months no smoking. Oh, no, more than that. Like a week away from 5 months no smoking. Holy shit. And that will be a hard place not to smoke. That will be a fucking brutally hard place not to... The smell is wonderful. It'd be so hard not to smoke there. It's got it's full freaking out, so I'll shut it down, be back in 5 minutes. That's fine, Chris. Myself and Little Fox are having remembrances of Ottawa. So yes, play the game. It's fucking insane. I don't know if that was your last... I don't think it was a show. I think we just ran into each other. And it had been forever Um, I think it was the Dom or one of those places, but it was like 6 years ago, which makes me feel fucking old. But it's the Trump era went by like that. Does anyone else feel like yes, the pickle cheese, the hamster smell? Like I feel like everyone on the stream should when lockdown is over, fly to Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, head to the Byward Market. The Dominion Tavern is located next to Bearfax, which is a strip club named after a fax machine, which is honestly the most Ottawa thing ever. That someone there was like, here's the two things that I know is sexy: office supplies, puns. Let's fucking show some people some tits. It's so crazy that that's the capital of Canada. The capital of Canada is Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Arguably the creepiest place you can fucking go to. It is so fucking weird. It's so fucking weird. I think it was Targ. Yes, I think it was Targ too. Yes. Who was there? Either way, it's very bizarre. Is Ottawa all right? How is your lockdown? Is your lockdown doing okay? You're able to work from home, or are you on that sweet, sweet Serb money? Do you talk about how you are in line? Do you talk about how you are in line for the throne? I do not. Oh, are you referring that I look like a member of the Royals, or is this another thing that I don't remember? I've forgotten a lot of inside jokes, but fucking go for it. Also, Nardwar's stream. I know I didn't comment. I ended up watching the shit out of that. It was fucking great. God damn it. Last time my friend was there, everyone he met kept asking him what security clearance he had. Where? At the House of Targ? Oh, in Ottawa? Yeah, well, Ottawa's a very bizarre place. Ottawa, by the way, when Ashley Madison got hacked, 50% of the married people in Ottawa were on ashleymadison.com. In high school, you used to say you were in line for the throne. Did I? What throne? I don't recall this. I said, I don't think so. I may have talked about how my Mon Pater, how wide your eyes were when you found out. How I had yours on when you found out he was on Twitch. I mean, it's very exciting. There is, I think I went. What did I? Is that a bathroom reference? Who the fuck knows? We were all weird in high school. Little Fox 9, you know that. Jesus Christ, we were talking about the Stooges when we were 15. That's not healthy. That's not appropriate. Of England, tee-hee. Did I? No. I don't know what that was. I don't know what I was on about there. And I'm truly at a disadvantage because I don't remember this comment one god darn bit. Stooges, Marx Brothers, or bust? No, the band The Stooges, Chris. Don't be commenting and bullshitting like this and not coming up with the fucking heat. You know what I'm saying? Also, are you the offspring of James Hewitt? Oh, I mean, I'm not, but I could be. I could definitely play. I couldn't play. I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but like, he's Harry's dad, right? Like, he fucked off from the Royals because he's like, listen, that guy's a fucking pedophile. I'm not fucking sticking around any longer. Yeah. No idea what that lie was there, Little Fox. Probably just said it to impress you. That's probably where that comes. Welcome aboard, Break Force. Big things are happening. I got someone in the chat from high school. Evidently, I claimed to have been in line to the English throne. I don't recall that. And yeah, it's also hilarious. I'm having a ton of memories, or none of those are appropriate for the chat because I'm not disclosing someone else's stories, which I feel good about because you know what? There was a time in my life where I would go, we have to entertain, and so yeah, it's fucking weird. I'm so happy not to be in high school. I wake up every day going, you know what's nice about today? And by the way, here's what I do stand by. This happening, that fucking happened. That happened before Little Fox 9 came into Mon Life. I'll tell you that much for free. This was I was 13 years old, and that has a variety of witnesses, and his top 5 achievement in old John Hastings' life. I'll tell you that much for free. It's crazy how much I'm so happy I'm not in high school. Also, where's Chris? Where's old Chris? I want to talk to Chris about how the what were the other four? I don't know. I was just being hyperbolic. I was just being hyperbolic, Baldy, and you called me on it. I think when people look back at high school as the best days of life, like seriously, that's when it peaked. I 100% agree. Better break force. I want every year to be better. I want to look forward to every year, and it's been hard. I got to tell you, like this year, I'm not loving. Actually, that's not true. I'm enjoying the perspective I've gained in recent times, but I am not enjoying living through this year. But I'm enjoying that I'm not fucking in a heap. You know what I'm saying? You need to add stream elements as a moderator, I think. Oh, okay. Welcome aboard, Chris. Welcome aboard.
Yo, I'm back. It should be fine now. It does that sometimes. So I was following. Thank you, Alex. That makes a lot of sense. I was following along. Quick thing. I did think you meant the Three Stooges. I wasn't being glib.
Oh, did you? That's good.
I just assumed that you meant the Three Stooges.
No.
But of course you were cooler than that because you were talking about being not cool. And I feel like inherently talking about Iggy is cool.
But here's the thing is Iggy is only cool now. This is what no one talks about is Iggy like 9/11 did a lot of things.
Shut the fuck up.
Hang on.
Straight to 9/11 from Iggy.
Stand with me. In a post 9/11 world, everyone's like, we need some chaotic music. And then someone's like, who's that shirtless guy taking a shit? And they're like, that's Iggy Pop. And they're like, put that on the old hi-fi. Before that,
it was just
no.
It was the natural lull.
No one talked about Iggy and the Stooges. Like no one talked about.
But only, except for when they were huge and they were the coolest band in the world.
They were never huge. They were never like they sold so few. The amount of times that guy got booted from a record company because they were like, "You told us you sold records," and he's like, "I think you'll find I never said that."
Then why is he doing national TV interviews and things?
Because
I've seen him being very erudite.
Here's the thing with show business, is that a lot of it is just if you stick around, eventually just people assume you've been successful the whole time.
Fair enough.
Everyone acts like David Spade was like just a consistently big star of comedy. When David Spade is great in Tommy Boy and Just Shoot Me is a delight, but he was a punchline for a while. And it's just that he hasn't gone away in the same way that Adam Sandler. Have you noticed that Adam Sandler went from being worse than A Million Hitlers to like he does Uncut Gems and everyone's like, it's a bit frantic. He's the greatest comedic mind. Like it's just you just stick around for a long enough time and everyone's like, yeah, this guy's great.
But Sandler's a special case because he does movies so racist that half the cast walks off. And then
is that true? Someone else mentioned this. Did the cast actually walk off, or is that hyperbole? Is it some classic John Hastings hyperbole? I want you to bring up the art. Send me the art. Where's this article? Let's look it up.
A bunch of the people. Well, basically all the First Nations people on the cast were like, "This is fucked," and just left. I don't think many white people left, but basically everyone of the race that he was mocking bounced. But then he does because he did this with Punch Drunk Love as well, where he just shows up, is brilliant out of nowhere, and people go, oh Jesus. Plus he released 100% Fresh, which was, for my money, in the top 3 comedy specials of the year.
Oh my god, that fucking thing was amazing.
Unbelievable. So funny. Wall to wall hilarious. And what I love is that the worst part of it was Rob Schneider. I think that's hilarious. Like he put the weakest song, which was the what was it, Cosmonaut?
Yeah.
And that was the one Rob Schneider was in, and that was the worst part, which I think is just such a great move.
Absolutely. It's also that thing of like Rob Schneider, also noted anti-vaxxer. Also Rob Schneider, by the way, walked off of I was literally about to bring this up.
I didn't know that. Oh, Baldy, I got a bone to pick with you in a second.
Let's get to that. We'll get to that in a second. But he was erased. He didn't appear in Grown Ups 2 because he was like, I was very much a part of the success of Grown Ups 1 and I would like more money. And Adam Sandler was like, no, I think you'll find you were not part of that. I think it may have been me or maybe Chris Rock. And he was like,
Kevin James.
Yeah, or Kevin James. I forgot who was in. Yeah. By the way, the amount of time I had the first generation iPad. And Grown Ups, for some reason, was one of the movies that I downloaded and got on there, so I could never get it off. So the amount of times I've watched that movie for
Jesus.
no reason, and it's crap.
Yeah, it's terrible. I've never seen it, and I know it's terrible because even the guys that made it talk about, we just wanted to hang out, and we knew we could get paid millions of dollars to have a vacation. So that's never a good endorsement.
Chris Rock said that Grown Up, he's never said it, but it's clear that Grown Ups 2 was clearly the movie that he was like, hey, I got to do something. I got to make something good.
Yeah. Yeah, after this. Well, you know, I love Top 5. I don't know if you
Top
saw that, him
great.
and Rosario Dawson. That was awesome. I thought that was a great movie.
I weirdly will see anything Rosario Dawson is in, both because like I just think she's incredibly talented as a performer, and also she's never this like she's one of those people that could play the exact same. She could play the like she's the boss, but she's soft, and she never does. Like she's very nuanced.
Yeah, she takes big swings, which I'm a fan of.
She's much like what the fuck the fucking Anne from Parks and Rec. What's her goddamn name?
Oh, Quincy Jones' daughter.
I know, I didn't want to call it Quincy Jones' daughter because that's so fucking rude.
But I thought it might. I mean, she did make a documentary and kept calling him dad in it, so I feel justified.
Rashida
But
Jones.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, she's excellent.
Wrong. You're in jail. Wrong.
Rashinda. Jesus,
Wrong.
come on, David. You're better than that.
It's Chris's enemy, Baldy. So what is your bone to pick with Baldy?
Oh, it's not even that. It's like I guess bone to pick was probably a bit harsh. I'm still coming off the high of having my computer not work.
No. And when it fixes itself and you can take all the credit, oh, what a boner!
God, I feel like a fucking genius.
No.
It was I was sent a clip from Javier Harkin's stream.
Oh.
He was putting in a thing like I guess like a Google trivia game where you try to guess. It's like Family Feud where you try to guess what the top 6 results are when you type "my dad is" in Google. And Beardy went or Baldy, sorry. Baldy was like Chris Betts, which I'm actually flattered by. I do like that. That's very sweet. And then Javier just goes, the bareback rider. Like, whoa. I am not comfortable with that becoming my nickname.
First of all, it was the Raw Dog Rascal, and everyone knows it. Also, people are watching the stream. Also, Indeed. It's really good that wait, so Javier did that, or or Baldy 3 did that?
Baldy said my name, and then Javier immediately was like, the
Raw Dog Rascal.
Indeed.
Hey,
no.
I mean, do you do anything not to deserve such a nickname?
No, to be fair, I very much earned that nickname.
Yeah, like that's the thing where it's one of those things where it's like I understand, like Hitler doesn't want to be called the causer of the Holocaust, but he did cause the Holocaust.
Man, you're really jumping to big ones today. First 9/11 out of Iggy Pop, and then Hitler out of Raw Doggin.
Hey, listen, I took a shower at 3 p.m. Let's get
Attaboy. What was I was going to ask you something, and it was, did you watch the remastered Tambourine, the recut Chris Rock special?
No.
Fuck, because I haven't watched it yet, and I was hoping you'd be my canary.
No, I want to watch it.
I love him so much. Like I love him. He was the one when they announced that whole like mega lineup of comics that they're releasing specials of. That I was like, everyone's gonna come and it's gonna be good, and then Chris Rock's gonna knock everybody out. I had full faith in him, and then I thought Tambourine was a big fucking terrible special. I thought it was bad.
It's fine. How do I say this? As it turns out, and this has been rumored for years, and it's, by the way, and in no way do I know this, and in no way is this true, but here's something that never happens in stand-up comedy, which is famous comedians never pay other comedians to write them hours.
Oh, never. That Eddie Murphy never did that.
Eddie Murphy's never done that.
Not once.
Mickey Flanagan has never once done that twice. Michael McIntyre has never ever done that. Thank you, Alex.
I did research that, so I'm ready for it. Thank you, Alex.
Oh, good. I couldn't remember what your homework assignment was. I just remember I gave you homework because I also just sidebar. My sleep has now officially entered that of an eccentric drug user, and that I fell asleep fully clothed, everything on in the house. Like we're talking like dishwasher open and beeping. Like I fell asleep the way most people pass out, and just woke up at 5 a.m, just like, what the hell? And then shut everything down and was like, but then fully awake at 5 a.m. Like, oh good. and then made coffee because like, well, I guess I'm up, and then fell asleep. Where you're just like, God damn it.
With the coffee, I picture it. What kind of coffee do you make? Is it like a French press or
No, I make a timed filtered coffee because I'm in North America, so you can get because it's. Let me tell you this: there's nothing better in the world than you have the timer going. So you usually it's time, so it wakes up. It goes 10 minutes before I'm waking up. So you wake up, coffee freshly brewed, right out of the pot, no thoughts, made by a robot. Thank you.
Nice. See, I picture you falling asleep as it's brewing, and then you wake up and it's all cold, and you have to clean it all out and put it back in.
That's almost what happened. But what I did was I woke up, it had brewed, and instead of throwing it out, I just turned the heater back on because it's filter coffee. So you just
nice.
Let's just heat it up, and now it was just extra strong. So
if it's good enough for IHOP, it's good enough for Johnny.
I mean, again, I'm not looking for taste. I'm looking for the powerful the point of just revving it up. Anyway, so what were we talking about? My mind is a sieve.
Can you actually click on Alan's comment there? Because I want to know what you think about that, because I do think it's interesting that
I don't think it's a taboo at all. I don't think it's taboo at all.
I think it absolutely is. That's interesting. I don't think it's right that it is, but I think that it is.
I don't care. It's also as long as you're not acting like you're fucking Stuart Lee. If Stuart Lee had writers, then I'm like, fuck off, comedy police. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, like okay, Mickey Flanagan has writers. Yeah, it's also some of those guys are too big to do new material. Do you understand that it's financially they can't be seen doing new material?
No, if Seinfeld does it, anyone could do it.
Seinfeld does not do it.
Yeah, he does. He goes to that place near his house in New York, doesn't he? That's what he talks about.
It's not new material. What Seinfeld does? Watch Seinfeld's Netflix special, or as I call it, hey, someone just took a shit in my mouth. And I'm
glad you didn't like that. I didn't like that.
There are jokes from the beginning of Seinfeld episodes. He's literally so, hey Jerry, guess what you are? You are my shit. And it's unoriginal. It's so out of touch. Like
so out of touch.
He talks about you ever hey, what's the deal with these buses? Like, you're a billionaire. You're a fucking shut up.
Yeah.
Talk about being a billionaire. Listen, John Bishop, not necessarily my cup of tea all the time. John Bishop does not fucking disguise the fact that he's an incredibly successful comedian and talks about the world from that perspective. And for that, he should be 100% credited, because that takes fucking balls and skill to be relatable while you're talking about your 8-bedroom mansion in Rumcorn. Like, that's incredibly fucking difficult.
That was the only part of Ellen's special that I liked. Was right at the beginning, she talked about that she's mega rich and sort of blew it out of proportion, or maybe didn't. It just sounded insane.
I don't.
And there was a couple laughs in there. The rest of it wasn't to me, but
I'm going to say that's a fucking great line.
Yeah.
Very good. Did you see that show at the Fringe? I like that whole thing. Everyone was going to see it, and I'm like, why? I don't know the guy behind it, but he doesn't seem fun.
I don't even explain why I'm not even totally sure I know that name now that you're bringing up Edinburgh.
It's the Twitter account of the fake woke lady by like that guy. Oh, what's his fucking name? He's one of the guys. You know, in Britain they have all those right-wing comedian guys that are just like, there's a war on comedy, and you're like, from who? And you're like, people. Oh, what's his fucking name?
There's Konstantin Kisin.
It's not him.
There's Leo Kurse.
It's not him.
There's Jeff Norcott, but Jeff's actually great.
Yeah. It's not him.
Andrew Doyle.
It's this one.
Andrew Doyle.
It's Andrew Doyle.
Oh, that was Andrew Doyle. Okay, yeah. He can write a joke though. Andrew can write a goddamn joke.
I've only ever seen him on news programs posted on YouTube. So I don't know. It's in the same way that
it's not his best work.
I see Leo Kurse's social media, and I'm like, that's not Leo. Like, it's one of those ones where I'm like, you guys are really not representing yourselves, because I'm like, that's not who you are at all to me. Like, what
or on stage, like not even a little.
Like Leo is just a perfectly funny middle of the road comedian like the rest of us, and then you look at his social media and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
I did a show with Andrew in a brewery, and he closed, and it was great. It was like, it wasn't necessarily my favorite stuff, but structurally it was sound. It crushed. It just went bang, bang, bang.
This is the problem with all of that, is that like it's the weird thing of like, it's like you're a store that sells sandwiches, but your billboards are advertising the fact that someone's going to piss in your mouth, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then you go there and you're like, the sandwich is wonderful. Where's the mouth pissing? And they're like, no, we don't actually do that. This is just the billboards. And you're like, wait, what?
And then the people that showed up to get pissed on are like, what the fuck is this sandwich
Yeah, what the
business?
fuck is this fucking sandwich shit? And you're like, well, I don't actually piss in people's mouths. That's disgusting. Reprehensible behavior. Like I'm just hoping this all fucking. Here's the phrase I never want to hear again for the rest of my fucking life. Political correctness is destroying. ... I've been hearing that.
My whole life.
I'm 35 years old, and I've been hearing it for 37 years, which proves this very important thing. It's doing nothing.
Nothing other than the fact that people don't call each other fags at 7 p.m. on TV anymore.
Yeah, exactly. They just do it on my Twitch stream and get us banned for bad language.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's so odd. It's also anytime someone's like, well, I should be allowed to say that joke, and then I hear a joke, I'm like, oh no, the reason why you're being criticized is that joke's not funny. That's actually,
always, every single time, every single time.
Like every time it's like, well, hang on. So the joke is I did blackface and then I played the bongos, and you're like, well, what's funny about that? And they're like, no, you don't get it. And I was like, no, you don't understand. I in fact 100% get it.
Yeah, we all get it. It's terrible.
Oh, really?
Oh, damn. Do you have a name for that guy, Baldy?
Yeah, can we get the name for that? So, but back to the comedians using writers, I don't give a shit. And Chris Rock's problem is the theory and rumor is he used writers, but he didn't trust them as much as the writers he used to use.
Oh, okay.
So and his thing is, you have to remember is Chris Rock doesn't do that much stand-up.
Yeah, he hasn't done it in years, really. I mean, when was Kill the Messenger?
10 years before Tambourine.
Yeah, I would have said even a little more. That's actually shockingly recent.
Yeah, like it's not like he does it all of the time. And yes, Chris Rock, by the way, Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle, very good. Both of them suffer from, and Dave Chappelle more so, by the way. Dave Chappelle is the king of resting on his laurels. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Those Netflix specials are great premises, not a punchline to be fucking found.
That's too harsh, but I understand your exaggeration.
I mean, yes, of course. It's crazy. That's the craziest thing about these last 4 years is Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, got caught doing blackface twice, still got elected, and no one really brings it up anymore.
Yeah, I think it's about where he sits on the spectrum at the moment. It's not about a best case utopian world. It's about, well, it's like him or pseudo fascists. So I guess we don't care. Or Jagmeet Singh is awesome. I really like him.
I like him too.
I like him so much.
A nice Vancouver man who just wants some fucking free dental care. Hello, Canada.
I thought it was great when there was I'll change that. Do you remember? I don't want to start that with I thought it was great. Do you remember when reservations had undrinkable water, like Flint, Michigan water? You
mean now, like when they kept finding gasoline coming out of the taps? Yes.
Yeah. And he was saying we should give them all the money they need to sort out their water situation. And every single reporter was like, but don't you think that sets a bad precedent? And won't they start asking for more things? And he was like, name a town in Canada that you wouldn't give this money to. Like if this wasn't a reservation and it was poison coming out of the taps, what would you do? And I love that because it's like, A, the right thing to do, which is rare enough, but B, an insanely logical answer, which is extra rare.
I mean, yeah. I enjoyed that. I also enjoyed that he called the fucking Parti or the Bloc Québécois racist.
Yeah, that was great.
The dismissive remark. And by the way, when the media tried to be like, how do you know he was racist? And by the way, this is going to sound really discriminatory, but I 100% stand by it. Was like, he's in the Bloc Québécois. Like, what? Like, this, I need no more evidence.
Well, we both lived in Quebec, so we know the very real truth of that.
Yes, if you are a separatist Quebec person, you are at a deficit in my mind when it comes to racial harmony because you're already going, I don't like English people based on where they're from. They should get out of my province. Like, it's right there. I'm going, yeah. And like I'd 100%. And what was the craziest thing of the last Canadian election? We were all over the shop, but I don't give a hoot. And also, when we're not all over the shop, was watching the coverage. I was in Canada for it. Got to vote for Jug. Was all of the commentators being like, "Well, the problem with the NDP is, Jagmeet Singh is the leader, and so Quebec's not going to vote for him because he's brown." And all of the commentators were like, you know what? You're speaking through it. You're like, when you're right, my friend. There's nothing about it. Nothing you just said isn't true, my friend. Got to tell you that much for free.
That's what I'm going to use now when people are like, Canadians aren't racist. I'm going to be like, let me tell you what our national broadcasters said. and all universally
it was a
agreed
panel
upon.
of 5 journalists, and they were like, it was like they said, like, well, they won't win in Quebec because he breathes oxygen. They're like, well, the oxygen is in Quebec. Yeah, that's true. Like it was so fucking crazy. Oh, I want to cut my fucking arm off. Jesus,
Yeah, you look like you're having a rough one.
Betts is right about. Oh yes. Well, why don't you both marry Dave Chappelle, Tom Tuck? How about
I would be so honored to wear his ring.
Thank you for the follow, by the way, Tom Tuck. Thank you for the follow. I saw JT walking up Bank Street in Somerset wearing those glasses that doubled as Bluetooth. I knew he was up to no good.
I mean, yeah, I always think of when he was running the first time and that video came out. I think it was on John Oliver, where he used to have like a prank where he would just fall down the stairs.
Let's watch it. His party trick. Oh yeah. God damn it!
And people would be like, "Oh, this guy's the best." I was like, "He is not qualified. He should not be prime minister." And now I'm glad. Also, now I'm glad he is. But fuck
him. I mean, I hate him. Fuck him and fuck his dad too. I'm gonna say that right there.
What? But he was so nice to me when I was 8.
I mean, yeah, he was like, but fuck him. Like he declared martial law. Like I'm sorry. Yeah. Like it's one of the, like everyone like he said he was a nice, reasonable man. Oh, when he declared martial law to get 8 guys playing cards in a fucking basement in LaSalle, like I could have figured that out for fuck's sakes.
But he knows LaSalle better than either of us. We both lived in Montreal, but not LaSalle.
Also was wearing Bluetooth headphone sunglasses, so that is a war crime. Like that's like that's worse than 100 Holocausts. That's the Armenian genocide of fashion choices, right there.
That is the Jaeger bomb of accessories. That's 100%. Hey, how's it going? I got I don't really believe in relationships. I think love is a free thing that everyone shares.
If your sunglasses have Bluetooth headphones, you're definitely someone that walks up to 2 women and go, "It's funny if you kiss."
Yeah. He said, does the carpet match the drapes to no less than 3 dozen women?
No, that's because you were 8. yeah. He wanted to fuck you. Get it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was pretty hot.
Thank you. I agree.
Sweet mullet. Sweet mullet.
Of course you did. When did you lose your hair?
It started going when I was like 22. That was the first time I noticed that it was going.
Because I don't think I've ever known you not bald.
Yeah, it was like I was on a night bus back from a nightclub that I worked at in London. And there were they have the security cameras at the back of the bus.
Yeah.
And then they show it on the screen at the front of the bus.
Yeah.
My eye was caught by something shining like I'm a fucking magpie. And I looked up and waited for it to rotate. And it was the bald spot on the back of my 23-year-old head.
And you were just like, all right, we're done.
That's a wrap. I grew it back for a little while because I felt like I had enough time when I was like 20. Yeah, I guess like right around that age. And then when I started doing stand-up, someone took a video of me. And as I was walking onto the stage, the spotlight caught my bald spot like an interrogation spotlight went into the camera, and that was a wrap. That was the end of hair forever.
And you don't shave it; you just kind of deal. Well, you shave the sides of your head, I assume.
Oh, I shave all of it. Like it still grows in. It's just not thick enough. It just looks stupid.
Okay, here's his fucking.
Oh god, the Quebec accent. I don't miss that.
I do. I like the Quebec accent. Here's this. Okay, this is his fucking party trick. It's so fucking weird.
Pretend to start a okay.
How are you, Mr. Obama?
Straight to Obama.
What a creepy cruise ship magician that he just also. What a fucking rich kid that he thinks that would lead to talking about serious business.
Yeah. Now we're comfortable. So I'm a clumsy oaf. Trade. Mm-hmm. Let's talk softwood lumber.
Yes. Someone doesn't need to carry me down these stairs. Master. Who also, for those of you who don't know about Canadian politics, I want to show you Aaron O'Toole, who is the opposition leader. And we're going to play How Old is Aaron O'Toole? Because it is. Okay. Let's see if you can guess how old this guy is. Have you seen a photo of Aaron O'Toole?
I must have. I mean, I don't follow Canadian politics that closely anymore. I sort of check out who's in power and then leave the rest.
All right.
Oh, Alan, that hurts. That's like literally sending a shiver down your spine.
What did he say?
Said I found out I was balding by doing the stereotypical lean back on a chair and feel how cold the wall is.
Oh,
Literally a shiver. Yeah. God damn it, Watson.
it's the problem with this stream is they really get you where it hurts.
Right. I knew I shouldn't have brought it up.
This is the Canadian opposition leader. There he is right there.
Jesus Christ, this Pillsbury Doughboy of a human being.
How old do you think that this fucking creep is?
He's got to be, I'm going to go 52. 52.
You're going 52? Everyone else?
He's got the gray hair, the smooth face.
Going 58 from Baldy. Did you know the whitest? Did the whitest kids you know ode to the Trudeau fall down the stairs in 30 days of whiskey? I did not. 61. 61. No. 50s. Specific number, Alex. You know the goddamn rules. You're the one who established it. Jesus goddamn jab jumping Christ. Hey, 69. Yo.
Decarb. Nice.
Yo.
What is
52? What was your number, Chris?
I said 52 as well.
He is. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
48.
Shut your mouth.
48 years old, 1972.
He's got that creepy, smooth cult face.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
He definitely has seen some shit because no one is that haggard, and like he's definitely tied a woman to a chair. You know what I'm saying? Like he's looked at some guys and just gone, well, listen, if one of you blabs, we're all going to jail.
Yeah. He's clearly a bad man, and hopefully he will never come to power. Go Jagmeet.
That guy, by the way, blamed the Canadian public broadcaster, claimed that the Canadian public broadcaster takes $3 billion in budgeting. $3 billion.
Sure.
$3 billion.
Has he seen the quality of shows on that?
Yeah. Yes. Has he seen the production values of the nature of things?
We had to animate gas. What was the gas station one?
That's Corner Gas, and it's a completely different company, but it's still so crazy that they brought that show back. Also, is David Suzuki still alive? Well, I feel no. Are you saying no or yes? I'm saying yes.
I'm saying no. I think he died. I think he died a few years ago.
I don't know if he died. We're going to find out right now, and then we'll talk about who David Suzuki is, because it is, again, a weird thing about Canada. All right.
He's so wonderful. He's
So David Suzuki. So we're going to look right now. David Suzuki.
Look at him. Look how fucking cool he looks.
84 years old, still alive. Go
yes.
fuck yourself. Still alive. Not
I've
dead.
never been happier to be wrong. Good. I love David Suzuki.
So David Suzuki is just a guy that would appear on. He had a Canadian TV show. He's kind of the David Attenborough of Canada. He was like David Attenborough, but far more judgmental. Far more judgmental and far more like you let him down.
Yeah. I like him because he is mean. He's there are consequences for your actions. I'm David Suzuki. Thanks for watching, you fat bitch.
Yeah. With the nature of things, all of you have fucked me. You fucked me in the ass.
I like years ago he said,
we got a raid coming in. Woo, woo, wah wah wee was, wah wah wee ra.
Who's this? Who's raiding? Who's this?
Yeah. Who's raiding us? I can't see shit.
Was that a false alarm? Baldy,
what the hell, Baldy? Yeah, maybe it's a raid on your, Sean Morley. Oh, it raided you. Fucking
Sean! Hey, what's going on?
Thank you,
Thanks
Alex.
for coming, guys. Sean Morley, I'm such a huge fan of yours. Thank you for everything you do.
Who's Sean Morley?
You don't know Sean Morley of The Glang Show? Sean Morley is, for my money, one of the most exciting comedic minds in the UK. I think he's absolutely fantastic.
I'm looking him up. There's so many people I forget.
He is wonderful. Let's see here.
Sean Morley, wait a minute. Sean Morley is in the wrestler who portrayed Val Venus. Sean Morley. Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah, he's a very delicate artist.
Speaking of the UK, I gotta. Oh no, we can't. Is it the same link if I want to come in and join? No, it is not. But I'll shoot you in a bit, Thomas. Do you want to come on, Thomas? Chris, do you want to let Thomas on?
I love having Thomas on. I want to talk about David Suzuki for a second, though, because he said something that I stand by, and I think it's absolutely brilliant.
Go ahead.
Where he was talking about people were saying, well, why don't you vote for the Green Party? And he said, because they shouldn't be a party. Because as soon as you make environment the policy of one party, then by not gaining power, then the other parties can say, well, nobody cares about the environment, so it's fine. What they should have become was a lobbying group. and it was actually irresponsible for them to run for government because it allowed the conservatives to brush it off for longer. And I think that is absolutely correct, and I stand by him.
I want to suck his dick but while putting a finger in his asshole so that he shoots ropes of joy. I want him to hard come on and in me.
He's just so phenomenal.
He'd have to come in because I know he's not wasting toilet paper or paper towel. Or he demands, yeah. You've been on the stream, Alex. You've been on the stream. How about that? So,
how about that, huh?
Put your story.
And you don't know that I'm straight just because I'm married to a woman and talk about raw dog and a bunch of ladies?
You don't. Yeah, Alex. Don't assume gender. Yes, you do. You are not in charge of the stream. I am. Although I don't know what link I just sent Tom. I may have sent him pornography. Well, we'll see. Oh God, yeah, it'd be good to have Tom on because I feel like I'm gonna die. I'm gonna say this, guys. It does not. Can we get David's? Does David's? What other Canadians? I wonder if Snake from Degrassi does Twitch.
Oh, probably. They're all going to be on there. You were talking about Nardwar's stream. How good was that yesterday? I loved that.
Great. It's fucking great.
It reminded me of when... Oh,
the one thing that I did enjoy about it is that his camera, like, he was too far away from the camera.
He was so far away.
Which is just, of course he is. Also, where does that guy... Like, I realized I was like, he hasn't been on television in like 10 years. There's no way he still has money.
Oh, yeah. Do you not watch his interviews?
I mean, I do, but he's not still doing them, is he?
Yeah. Hey, Tom Tuck, what's going on?
Tom Tuck, we're talking about Nardwar, who you don't know.
Or you might. You're a music fan. Do you know Nardwar? Famous Canadian interviewer?
No, he's not.
Brilliant. He knows more about musicians than anyone ever, to the point where every single interview that he does, musicians are freaked out and honestly a little uncomfortable. And he goes, and then you were dating Marcy when you were 15, and she gave you this Run DMC record. And everybody freaks out.
Just knows Ryan Adams.
He's just so phenomenal. I love him so much. But when he was given those, he was doing like a tour the other day of.
Here we are at
oh God, this weirdo.
This is Nardwar.
Waiting for Tyler, the Creator.
I fucking love Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah, he's awesome.
You sexy dog.
It
took me a while to come around to Igor, but I got
Neptune
there.
Records.
Yes.
And check out Neptune.
Yes.
Igor on vinyl.
Good shit.
Let's escort
That
you
is a great
downstairs
fucking record.
to the private room.
It took me a while, but I got it in the end. It took me about 3 months.
I don't like that Tyler the Creator is going along with this. I like it better when they really fucking hate. All right, yeah, you know what? What are we doing? Let's go straight to Nardwar and Snoop.
What was the first Tyler the Creator bit that made you love him?
The lead single from that album, where the music video "No Smoking," and then he's just smoking. I can't remember what that song is called, but it's lovely.
Mine was it Yonkers? That was the first song that I loved, and then the first album I loved was Flower Boy. Flower Boy was the album that made me go, holy shit.
Oh yeah, so Nardwar started as a guy who did student radio, and it's true of all student radio in North America. He just didn't stop doing it, and then eventually got a career in broadcasting, and now it's on the internet. And this is the beginning of him and Snoop's very intense relationship. This is from 2000, and this is a different Snoop Dogg. If you think about 21 years ago,
this is pre Martha.
Emphasis on this.
Stewart.
Emphasis on verses as well.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Big Snoop Dogg from the WJC. Oh, wait.
You're Snoop Dogg in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And Snoop, we would like to give you here some juice and some
Gin.
from gin.
Why not? On the dog. Now we're going to roll down the streets.
No, Snoop, Bones, the movie. It was written
Hold on, can you pause it for a second?
Of course.
Someone's audio is coming through their computer. I can double hear the audio. It's coming through twice.
It's going to be Tom's because Tom doesn't have headphones because he's not professional. Tom. Thomas.
I'll go get some headphones.
Get your shit together, Tom. Come on, buddy. You think this is amateur hour? You think we just talk about Nardwar and watch videos for hours because we're not professionals?
What about this?
This is amateur hour. I don't know how many people are watching. I will judge it on that.
21, mate.
Yeah, it's
Boom.
amateur hour.
Killing
I don't
it.
know if it actually is. Guys, I've been to British amateur hours, and there's way less.
Mm.
I got an email from someone who used to ran a lot of amateur comedy nights in London today, and
You mean fewer?
maybe
Oof.
oh,
Those are the words of a professional.
oh, didn't someone go to the University of Edinburgh and suck the Queen's dick?
Alex with the necessary hills. Thank you. Yes.
It was Hills. Yes, it was. Of course it was. Yeah. I mean, this joke, by the way, never stops being old, and I love it so much because I forget about it every fucking time. I mean, I will bash Edinburgh Uni. I will bash Edinburgh Uni because I directly feel I've given them so much money through my involvement in the Edinburgh Festival.
You've given them so much money.
Yeah, I just haven't been going to the Edinburgh Festival as long as you have.
Yeah, but I also went to that university. So
By choice.
well, yes, but on top of the 19 times I've been to the Fringe and paid over the odds for beers at Teviot.
And at the Pleasance. I feel the Pleasance, even though it's the same price, I'm like, it should be cheaper here because the ambiance isn't as good in the Brooks Bar. Yeah. That's right, I'm coming at you, Brooks Bar. Quickly before we get
man.
Oh, I want to. If Mark Silcox is still watching, we love you, Mark. He
Mark!
retweeted us.
We
and
love you,
said,
Mark.
My
We
two
love you,
favorites. Mark, I think you're the best.
Oh my God, Mark.
Between Mark and Sean Morley and Tom Tuck, I mean, what can a couple of Canadian hacks ask for better than that?
Don't put me in the
forget.
same bracket as them. They are trying something.
How many jokes about prime numbers do they have, Tom? How many?
I reckon Silcox has got 2.
Big fat zero. He just makes us chickpeas and makes us feel sick.
That fucking show, man. It's so.
The best
I like
show
that he's
every
doing
year.
it. I just like it. They didn't get it last year, so he's doing it again.
Yeah, he had the best bucket speech I've ever heard, where he said, I have a vase in the corner if you want to put money in there, but I have $10,000 in savings and I am a minimalist, so don't."
But this is again why British festival comedy is best, because you get shows. What the hell, Thomas? You get shows like that where you're.
Sorry, I laughed it off.
That was fucking good stuff. Oh God, I'm glad I did a stream today because I was Dennis depressed before this. Do you not?
Oh, we're here now. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, just trying to write fucking jokes about unemployment in the United States. Why don't you just open your wrists in the tub, motherfucker? Like. All right. Okay, so let's quickly do something very neat.
Oh, Alex, that's very nice.
Yeah. Now you know how we feel at John Hastings. Aw, that's very nice. Now let's do something very inside. Let's rank Edinburgh Festival bars. What's 1 to 4? Well, yeah, 1 to 4. Yeah,
can we all agree that our actual number 1 is a bar that we don't tell anyone exists because we don't want them to show up?
I was exactly about to say that.
100%.
My number one is a pub. I'm not going to tell you what road it's on, and I hope you never come.
I know my number 1 is a very secret bar that I have to build every year with Carl Donnelly, and that one's very exclusive.
Mine has an incredible Scotch selection, but is either doesn't know or doesn't care what it has, and so the prices are rock bottom, and is just a normal pub otherwise.
Chris, I like how you act like I don't know exactly which pub you're talking about, because I've definitely seen you walking in there. And one time I remember, and it was one of the bleakest things you've ever said to me, which was, the music in there was so beautiful I had to leave because I didn't want to feel that good during this month. And I was like, I think Chris is going to kill himself.
I don't remember saying that, but I definitely believe that's something I said. That's something I definitely.
You were. Because here's the scariest thing is, here's how you know Chris Betts is really drunk, is he seems super sober. It's just very late.
Oh yeah, no, I've never seen Betts seem drunk. But I've seen him act drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah. I was.
I've seen you do things. You go like, Betts wouldn't do that, but he just did that. But I've never seen you like
I don't
sound drunk.
I don't get sloppy. None of that. That never happens to me. I don't know why. I remember getting really, really drunk with friend of the show, Dylan got.
Oh,
and
boy.
Good boy.
And he was explaining to someone later on. He's like, I don't know. I'm hammered and telling like all of these very personal things I shouldn't be telling anyone to Chris. And he's just sitting there like, would you like me to show you how to build a cabinet?
I'll never forget how joyous person on the show Tom Tuck was when I introduced him to drinking in the baseball diamond at Finsbury Park.
Love that diamond. Love that diamond.
Just your face when you said, Hastings will be out of tins. And I was like, the off license down there is 24 hours. And you just were like, glorious. Yeah, that was the look of two gentlemen that are like, we should have gone home when the pubs closed, and that was a full work day ago.
Yeah, and I also had a scrap of terms of service on me.
Yes, yes. I even remember you went, I have just enough terms of service to get us through. That's one of the funner nights in London, because here's the thing with really fun drinking, and you can't go like, tonight we're getting drunk. It just sort of it just steamrolled right out of control.
It should do that. Or otherwise, if you're planning it, then there's a problem.
Yeah. No,
where did it start?
I can tell you, we were at a gig. You had been to Kyle Kinning's gig, and I had done a gig at the Camden Head. And Sean Patton or Kyle, one of them had said, we're going here, and I knew Sean Patton. Sean Patton was going, hey,
and I'm a big Sean Patton fan.
Yeah. And so I think everyone came to the Camden Head.
So he was was it the Camden Head? No. It
started at the Camden Head, and then we walked everyone to the World's End.
World's End, yeah.
Yes.
That's
and then the World's End closed, and everyone else is like, we're going home. And fucking Billy Boozebag and Jimmy
Captain
Jones.
Terms of Service.
Yeah, Captain Terms of Service went home. No. We will be getting an Uber, and we will be going, because I remember you went, well, everywhere's closed. And I went, the baseball diamond at Finsbury Park isn't closed.
Yeah, you paid for an Uber for us to go to a baseball diamond.
Yeah. What are we gonna do? We're saving money by getting a bag of cans. Like they make.
Did you know that throughout the years that has now become a stereotype about Canadian comedians over here? Is that they go, Chris, where are you gonna drink? A fucking parking lot or something? And I'm like, yeah. That's of course, yeah. Where else would you drink?
I have drunk with both of you outside, and I can't think of a nationality of two comedians, non-British comedians, that I've drunk outside with.
Because we have to understand, you can't drink in public places.
Yeah, but most of the Malawians I know are really, conservative.
Even your computer didn't want to know where that was going.
Exactly. But it's one of those things where it's 12:30. We're having fun. We have nothing to do the next day. Mm-hmm. Why not get a bag of cans and go? It's also because everyone lives in North London. The baseball diamond is super fun to sit in and drink in, as long as it's not raining. And sometimes it is raining. It's
just a park that happens to have a baseball diamond in the corner, but the baseball diamond is where the benches are.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's the best part. Yeah.
And it's a field, because if you try and drink within actual Finsbury Park, you're going to get the shit scared out of you by the sketchy ass people that are in Finsbury Park late at night.
They don't fuck with the baseball diamond though.
Yeah, such as
I'm glad we've got Snoop looking over us at this
point. Oh, don't worry. We will be totally watching this whole goddamn interview. How are we?
And when this ends, we're going to get to Nardwuar versus ICP. It's not an amazing story, but everyone needs to know what happened.
What a great tease. Wonderful stuff. All right.
That's incredible.
I mean, it was about time for me to get into the movie world, so why not get into the movie world with a movie that was, created around myself so I could get into it and do my best thing as far as acting was concerned.
Stoned or just Snoop's personality? Food for thought.
1979 is the year. Harlem is the place.
100% stoned.
You never know with Snoop.
He
Actually,
feels hostile though. He feels
Yeah.
No,
hostile.
you always know with Snoop.
yeah, you do.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I do love, by the way, that the now revelation that's because Snoop's manager this entire time and the architect of his career has been his wife, who only now is kind of in public, and she refers to him as Calvin, and all of like he's like, I'm a pimp, I run women, and like you could see her face. Yeah, sure you do, Calvin. Yeah, whatever you'd like to say, Calvin. Like
Since when?
in the entire time, like it was not on paper, but she was the one who was like
Before the first record?
like before the first record, like they've been together the whole time.
Wow.
Oh,
And the theory is that when he
applaud
had
that woman.
when he had the murder charge is when she was just like, all right, enough of you being in charge, idiot. Someone has a family with you, and someone's not living in an apartment. So fucking decisions are being made by this broad.
Did you know that the song "Murder Was the Case" they gave me came out before he wrote that before he actually got a murder case?
Of
Yeah.
course. The thing with all of these rappers is that like it's one of those things where it's like, oh man, they became criminals, or they were around a criminal element. They were fantasizing about it, and then their friends were
And they were writers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they were writing about it, and then they became really famous and wanted to give their criminally friends jobs, and it got a bit out of hand.
Yep.
Like as Patrice O'Neill said, which is, I mean, it's so summed up, which is, the athletes are never the street guys. They're just friends with the street guys, and they have to make a decision, which is don't be friends with those guys anymore, or get a gun and go to a strip club, which is just the very funniest Patrice O'Neill way of phrasing it. And there's just no room for argument in exactly what that big, giant, mean man is saying.
There's a great picture of there's a great picture of Jay-Z like really early in his career, like Reasonable Doubt era, and he's standing there and someone's interviewing him, and in the background are all of his friends going like nuts and like mugging for the camera and getting involved, and he just looks furious. And the caption under it was like, "The moment Jay-Z chose to cut his old life loose." It's like,
I'm endlessly fascinated by black conspiracy theories because they're so much better than white people. Because white people conspiracy theories are bullshit. There are things like lizard, the queen is a lizard, all that sort of stuff. Well, black.
Oh, come on now.
She's not.
We all know that the way that crown is made wouldn't fit unless she had a sort of lizard spike.
I mean, that is, by the way.
We all know that.
I heard one about royal families the other day that is posited as a celebrity blind, and so in theory true. But it was that William and Kate are actually found out too late that they're very related. And so they had to use a surrogate's eggs for the baby just in case it came out weird.
But then they're in no way related.
No?
No.
All right. I feel like there's an old blind man surrounded by crows and scrolls who would disagree.
Yeah, how do you know, Tom?
They both have really long like family histories that you can check out.
All right, I thought you had like the way you said that at first. I thought you had like you're like, I know Kate Middleton as opposed.
Oh no, yeah, no, I've licked them both, and I can tell.
Different pheromones. You pass the tuck test.
Absolutely. Oh, that's a TT451. Absolutely not related to Will.
I mean,
no. They've both got long. They're both posh. But have long family trees that you can see that they aren't related.
That's a shame. That's a shame. That really excited me.
I'm still back on the fact that the Canadian comedian stereotype is just getting drunk in a parking lot, because I am myself and Pyre Hog are directly responsible for that, because we've made so many people get drunk in a parking lot.
But I feel like it can't just. I feel like that's something Phil did. I feel like JJ was watching. If JJ's here, JJ, tell us you didn't drink outside with comedians.
Because we made Phil do
I've not drunk outside with JJ, but I have got JJ so drunk he has been angry at me.
Nice.
And that's JJ.
Yeah. JJ rolls. What was I going to say about hip hop? Oh, black conspiracy theories. So black conspiracy theories are either 100% true, like the cops are trying to kill us, or so weird about celebrities, they're phenomenal, such as conspiracy theory posited by Dick Gregory. There's two Trumps. One of them's gay. Just isn't everything in that sentence delicious? First of all, why is there two of them? Why is it then specified one of them must it's great.
Yeah.
The other one, which is when
nice, Baldy, nice.
Fantastic.
That's how you know it was right in front of us the whole time.
The other one being that when Jay-Z retired, released the Black Album and retired, he wasn't retiring from music. He was retiring from being a massive cocaine smuggler, and he was the godfather of crack distribution on the streets of New York up until the release of that album, and everything was done.
Wow. Plausible, I guess. Yeah. I guess plausible.
JJ, do you not remember getting super? I mean, it would make sense that you don't remember getting super drunk and getting angry at Tom. Tom, do you have more information about what happened? I picture this being at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival loft.
No. It was during the year, and we were on stage at the Leicester Square Theatre, and I was the bartender at Deborah Francis White's chat show, and I was not told what levels I was supposed to put in the drinks, so I got JJ. I mean, I made the drinks to my taste,
and you like a gentleman's cocktail. Everyone knows that about you.
Exactly.
AKA a fat slug.
Yeah. You like a nice hefty load.
So I slugged JJ up right good.
You made his liver pregnant with booze.
But then he finished his drink.
I mean,
he was the only one on the chat show who finished his drink. So I brought him another.
This is a very Tom Tuck explanation too, which is I made a very stiff drink and then someone drank all of the drink, which is what you're supposed to do, which makes it seem like it's JJ's fault. You overpoured him, which is a beautiful English logic. I was making quadruples.
No, but nobody else finished their drink.
Yes, exactly. Thank you very much for proving a point. Going, no, everyone.
They had met me before.
Yeah.
Or could taste their own drinks. No, hang on here. This is where JJ is culpable. It's because, I mean, he could taste it, couldn't he?
I mean, yeah, but JJ also parties. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's also one of the. It's in the same way that, I mean,
he genuinely messaged me the next day, going, "What have you done to me?"
Oh. Yeah. Also, we don't back down from challenges. It's a very Canadian thing to just finish whatever someone hands you, no matter how insane.
It's also, if you moved continents, you've stayed on too many sofas not to have the grandmother rule imbued within you, which is you just have to drink if it's free booze. Let's all be honest.
It was free booze. The producer told me we were supposed to use that booze at next week's show, but they didn't tell me that before they told me I was the bartender for this week's show.
Yeah, the grandmother rule, by the way, is that if anyone who's hosting you is your grandmother, so no matter how bad your grandmother's casserole is, you still have a serving of it, and you say, "Thank you so much, grandmother," and you do it gladly because she's your grandmother. That's the grandmother rule, and it's what you should use when you're traveling, because it just makes your life and everyone else's life easier.
Always, just be polite.
Yeah, just be fucking. It drives me insane.
Just be Canadian.
Yeah, just be Canadian. Be Canadian in that element, and not how you treat people of a different color. I think that's the
I remember I stayed at a comedian's house who I won't name. And he was living with his dad at the time.
Private chat. Go to the private chat. Go to the private chat and put it in the private chat right now.
Yeah. And so I stayed over his house. He was really nice about it. He was just like, he's like, "Hey man, don't pay for a hotel while you're in town. Stay with me and my dad." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And so we had some drinks after the show, and we went back to his dad's house, and his dad just pulled out a bottle of brandy and was like, "What's going on, boys?" And I was like, "Here we fucking go." I don't remember half the night at all.
He's a big boy, isn't he?
he never said anything to me. He never, I don't know if I was a total asshole to this guy's dad, if I broke anything, if
If
I
you
have
drank,
no idea.
you're not a total asshole. That's the rule.
Yeah, but this is no. But this is a rule in England. In England is weird because you have to adjust.
Yeah.
Only in England do you got only English. Britain and Ireland uses the like. Well, we were drunk. Like if in Canada you get drunk and everyone's drunk and you black out, you kind of have some shame attached to it.
Yeah.
Well, in England, it's like if you call people like, "Sorry, man, I blacked out last night," and they were like, "Yeah, it was nice."
But like, if I get out a bottle of brandy and put it towards the two of you, and then one of the two of you is a cunt towards me later, it's my fault.
So you're accepting responsibility now, but when JJ
does it, yeah. It's only...
Hey, no, roll that back. What are you saying? Did I say that JJ was a cunt? No. I'm saying that JJ told me off the next day for putting so much booze in his drink.
Yeah, but
that's very different.
Yeah. Did you find out, by the way, if you did anything at that household, Chris?
No, he never. Like we've just never really talked about it. I remember one time I was like, "Man, thanks for having me at your dad's place that one time," and he went, "Huh, yeah, no problem." And I was like, "What does that mean? Damn it!"
No.
Oh, you shat in a pillow.
Knowing that guy is also a bit of an X factor in that I was so shocked to find out how good at math he is. Like
that. Now that you say that makes sense, but I never would have guessed it.
Like went to university for math, quit to do
but
comedy.
I think there's a accent bias there.
And this is again a classically British thing. Yes, there is a definite accent bias there for most of England. I weirdly have it the other way, where I think posh London people sound the stupidest of all of England. And 100%. Every time I hear like, I'm like, oh, you don't even know how to fucking use a map, do you? You fucking like, you hear like a northern accent, and you're like, this guy could build a house out of a rock. And do you want to know how I know that? Because he has.
Yeah.
At least they'll be kind.
Yeah. Also, they always know where to get a cup of tea. If you get other side of the North Circular and you just go, I could go for a brew, and they're like, let me tell you, there's a bake shop two streets over, and you're like, oh, wonderful.
They'll be shut at 4.
Oh,
you want to hurry?
Of course. Oh, and by the way, if you think that's a hard 4, could be 355, could be 405, but it's not. It's 344. Let's watch more of Snoop Dogg.
Anywhere in America, you know what I mean? It's the ghetto across the world. It has no specific place.
Here's why this is so hostile. It's the perm of his hair. That's what is doing it for me. That's why it's so hostile.
It's just
and the sunglasses. It's never nice.
And, that was a beautiful time of our life.
It's all
deliberate. There's really no city or no state located.
Snoop is on the streets doing numbers?
Definitely doing that. That's Jimmy Bones, running numbers, taking care of the community, spreading love, keeping the crime out, and just bringing unity.
Having a good time, and then comes in another influence, crack.
Yeah, please believe it. The big thing that knocked the whole Mac game off his feet.
Tom was
now
right.
He smiles.
Yeah, he's stoned. Tom,
he's
stoned.
Yeah.
Was the crack thing, and that came in 1980, and that's what destroyed my community and made us, have a downfall because I was wiped out completely, iced, baby.
But 20 years later, or 22 years later?
Yes, my soul cannot rest. So I definitely had to come back and get some payback. You know what I mean? Some of that big payback.
This movie sounds horrific.
Revenge. Sweet revenge. Jimmy Bones style.
And you come back as a dog, Snoop Doggy Dogg, as the character Bones?
Sort of, kind of. I mean, there's a little dog in it, but for the most part, you'd have to see the movie. I don't want to kill everybody's, intuition off as far as giving the whole movie away. But it's worth seeing, knowing, and imagining. So when it come out, be sure to get down to the theaters and check it out. Snoop Dogg as Bones.
Now, one of the people in the movie is Pam
Snoop thinks the movie is over. Right there, Snoop thinks
Yeah.
the interview is over.
Greer. What can you
Yeah.
tell the people about Pam Greer, Snoop?
Oh, this is Foxy Brown. Coffee. Sheba baby, you know what I mean? Jackie Brown. She's totally sexy. I mean, you know, she's every man's dream, you know what I'm saying, as far as being on the screen, on the streets, just in real life, she's every man's dream. Look at this body right here. Look at it.
Is there any nudity in the movie at all, Snoop? Any
That,
gratuitous nudity?
that I'd let you have to see with your own two eyes. I don't want to ruin that, but it is rated R, so you know, you put 2 plus 2 together and add it up.
So, Snoop, Pam Greer plays your girlfriend. That's great. Like, your girlfriend, Pam Greer. Did you ever think that would happen?
No, I never thought it would happen, but I'm happy that it's happening, and we're gonna take full advantage of it by, you know, coming with the hot movie and making sure everything is beautiful and fly at the same time.
Snoop, has Pam Greer told you any stories? Because she's been in so many incredible movies, like, you know, Scream, Blackula, the Blackula.
I mean, I think it's the first time that anyone's ever said incredible and Blackula. No. What is it? Simpsons that has the Blunch Black of Bloke or Blame? What movie is that? It's Black coming up next. It's the Blackula 2, Blackenstein, the Blunch Black of Bloke Your Blame. Oh fuck! Where's that joke? That's a fucking great fucking joke.
Must be Simpsons.
Yeah, it sounds like a Simpsons one. 30 Rock had a great one.
We share a cool relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just.
I mean, for me, I always think of the Dana Gould joke, which is a very niche stand-up joke, which is just Dracula can't be racist because Dracula made Blackula.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better when he does it. Evidently, I don't have the rhythm to carry it
Oh,
off.
clearly.
Yeah.
In this movie and we act together.
Let me just
it's a friendship thing.
Future Bear King. So he's got a rule, and this feeds into the ICP thing, which I've just decided we're going to do because the audio's still doubling and it's annoying me.
All right.
How is the audio still doubling?
It was for me, and someone commented on it as well, so I don't think it's just me. But yeah, so the ICP thing was Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope were on Steve-O's podcast. Everyone remember Steve-O?
Steve-O, a noted shirtless member of
He still exists, doesn't he?
He does. Now he wears glasses and is constantly getting juice in Los Angeles. You can see him a lot in the Franklin Village region.
You met him, didn't you? Did you do a show with him?
Me? No, never. I'm one of the few Canadian comedians I've not met him, you know.
Yeah, fair enough. So he Violent J said that Nardwuar gave them this record of an MC that they loved when they were kids from Detroit, and then took it back at the end of the interview. And it was like, Nardwuar's a liar. He doesn't let you keep the gifts. And so then all the juggalos turned on Nardwuar and started attacking him to the point where during an interview he was doing with the Georgia Straight, they called him on his phone, and when he answered, the guy on his cell phone heard over the landline the guy scream, "I'm looking for Mr. Motherfucker."
Oh, yes, please. I'm looking for Mr. I'd immediately be like, well, he's not here.
Well, Nardwuar just said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I think you have the wrong number."
Oh, of course he did.
So then what happened was Nardwuar went on his Twitch stream. I don't know if it's still available up there. Because this happened 2 weeks ago. This is current ICP Nardwuar conflict.
I mean, nothing that involves the Insane Clown Posse is fresh, but I'm going to say, like...
that was the most surprising part of it to me, is that it happened January 21st.
It's recent ICP news?
Yeah. So what happened was Nardwuar was very clear, and what he did, and this is to answer Future Bear King's question about did Nardwuar take all the records back from Snoop. If it's a gift, he says it's a gift. He says, "I have a gift for you," and then he hands the thing. Yeah. Otherwise, he hands him something to show him, like that Pam Grier record, the Roy Ayers coffee.
Gift. He just goes,
"Yeah, that's just something to loosen him up, to get him talking," kind of thing. And so what I love is that so Nardwuar explains it all, and he goes, "Plus, I gave you a key ring during that same interview, and I saw in an interview with Shaggy 2 Dope, I saw it fall out of his bag." Yeah, the keychain was there the whole time. It was like, I saw it fall out of his bag in a fucking interview like 2 months before you did this one. So you still have a gift I gave you 5 years ago, you asshole. He didn't say it like that. He said it like Nardwuar.
Yeah, because Nardwuar's so nice.
So nice, but also pretty mean.
Is he mean?
I feel like he's also mean. I feel like he's got both in him.
I mean, I feel like there may be some other things at play with Nardwar.
So where does the name come from?
Oh, he's Nardwar the human
He's
serviette.
a human serviette.
Yeah,
What part of that doesn't
You're
make
going to have
sense?
to expand on that.
It's someone, as someone explained with the Tragically Hip, it's sort of like Little Sebastian and Parks and Rec. Like there is no explanation. Like
He started out as like 18 as an 18-year-old in a tiny little independent radio station and
What's
just
his
built
actual
from there.
name?
Nardwar the human serviette.
That's not his actual name.
That's the only name any of us have for him. Nardwar the human
I'm
serviette.
literally looking it up, and I don't want to. Oh, I now know his name. I don't like that.
Oh, why did you do that? Don't say it out loud. If Tom wants to know, he can look it up.
It's John Ruskin.
John Ruskin, like the art philosopher, the
Yes.
brilliant.
Born John Ruskin in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, in 1968. His
Crazy.
father Vernon was an engineer, and his mother Olga was a local journalist, high school teacher, and historian. So it sounds like she was unsuccessful in a variety of careers. She published a history of Vancouver historical figure Glassy Jack John Deaton. Who the fuck is this guy? Glassy Jack John Deaton, by the way, was a Canadian bar owner, born in Hull, England, and is who Gastown
Hey, that
is
sounds
named
like a
after.
bar owner.
Yeah, yes, and Gastown is named after him in Vancouver. So,
Yep.
if you ever want to go where Courtney Love was a stripper, just head on over to Gastown.
Gassy Jack. Gassy Jack. You know why it was named after him? Because he showed up. He had a barrel of whiskey, and he said, "I want to build a bar. I don't have any money, but you can drink as much out of the barrel as you like." And they built the bar in 2 days.
Is that true?
Yep.
I thought it had something to do with all the gas lamps that were in Gastown.
That's why they keep calling it that, but he was Gassy Jack. That's why there's a statue of him in Gastown, and he's standing on top of a barrel.
Also, what's the big bar that's black in a sign that's also a hostel in Gastown, I believe?
I don't know. Gastown's changed a lot since I was there. It used to be Dangerous, and now it's Hippieville, or Yuppieville.
Yeah, I know, that's the whole problem. Like, that's all of Vancouver. Also,
Yeah. No, it's changed completely. I remember when the first... wait, scare pubes out. I don't know. Yeah.
I stand by that.
That John Ruskin.
His mother
Great.
exposed her son to local history by bringing him to this is John Ruskin, aka Nardwar the Human Serviette. Nardwar attended Hillside Secondary School in West Vancouver, where he was a member of the student council. It was through the student council that began booking bands for school events, conducted his first interview with Art Bergman.
Hang on. Were either of you member of student council?
No.
I was asked.
I was president, so
Hmm.
I mean, I think that tells you what level of person.
Yeah, me and Chris are outsider cool dudes.
Yeah.
And as exemplified, because there was someone who I went to high
Caps.
school with
Caps.
in the fucking chat to verify. And unlike you, who's fucking part of the fucking... You're part of the fucking problem. Chris and I are part of the solution, baby.
Goddamn right.
Oh, I was president, so
Yeah.
You were
But
the problem.
But were you the raw dog rider?
Yeah. Were you doing this?
Where
Doing
were your
what?
loads going? Into the ballot box?
Yeah.
Oh, can you not see that come up on the screen?
No, he's reading.
I saw no loads. Oh, right. I have now seen report of some loads.
Botanical Garden by the Keg in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. If you ever want to pop by that botanical garden.
Ooh.
Wall facing the furthest corner towards the street. That's the one. Fun fact.
Memories all alone with Jizzy plants.
Yes, he booked Art Bergman. Yes, who was a noted Vancouver sort of punk rocker folk guy. That's kind of boring in concert, let's be totally honest. Art Bergman's the kind of guy that he's playing there during the day at a festival, and you're like, man, I can't wait to see him. And then you're like, man, this is boring. I give, like, Thatcher's dead. Nardwar started giving, he interviewed Skrillex and other people, and just started doing interviews while he was doing a radio show at UBC.
Yeah, and he did great interviews. He did. I remember him doing. I mean, my favorite one is I talked about it yesterday, but it was Wesley Willis when Wesley Willis headbutted him halfway through the interview. I thought that was just great television. But the looks he gets on people's faces when he confronts them with their whole past taste is
But
the
you
one with
think,
ASAP
he's a
Rocky.
knobhead? You think
No,
he's a knobhead as well?
I think he's also like a mean guy. I think he's a very nice, but also has that like I think he could turn on people. And
I don't think he's a mean guy at all. I think that he's
Well, I think if you are to be an interviewer, you have to be planning.
We just
But
he
part
seems
of it-
every now and then he's
part
got
of
like a
it
real
also-
sharp edge.
yeah, but that's part of it also his jaw.
Yeah.
Nardwar. Nardwar. Nardwar.
Nardwar, you've seen.
Oh God, not Jello Biafra. Is it still?
Oh
double?
damn.
Is it still double?
Yeah, it is. I don't know why. It's really weird. Is anyone else getting the doubling? Please answer in the chat.
I just want to find Wesley Willis.
I'm not, but
Maybe
Headbutt.
it's just me. It could just be me. If it's me, then I'm sorry. Oh, Alan is.
All right. Let's just get the where he headbutts him.
Doubling is happening. Okay, cool. I'm not going crazy.
All
Good,
right.
good,
Where's
good.
the part where he headbutts him?
I mean, I could leave it because it's obviously me that's doing it.
Oh, here it is, right here. Let's just watch this part.
Oh. Whoa. Rah. Rah. Say rah. Rah. Say rah. Wesley, you're on fire. I have something for you. We're not over yet. Wesley, is the headbutt finished, Wesley? Yes, I'm screaming. Is the headbutt finished? Hold on, Wesley. I have something for you. Wesley,
Also, look at that vintage Vancouver Canucks jersey.
Oh wow. Voted the ugliest sports jersey of all time
Oh, it's wonderful.
by ESPN. Yep.
Why?
Horrible.
Willis, thank you for speaking to me, Nardwar Human Serviette, and doot-doodaloo-doo. Do. Almost, Wesley Willis. Doot.
I'm going to say it right now. Wesley Willis has been to a baseball diamond with Tom Doug.
Yeah.
He's-
I mean,
he's-
do you remember his? You remember his music, the Alanis
Oh.
Morissette song,
No.
or "I Kicked Batman's Ass" or "Suck a Donkey's Dick"?
No.
Oh, what you? Okay, indulge in some Wesley Willis tomorrow, and we'll talk about his music.
What kind of genre is he? Name his genre.
Lo-fi. What's the danger rock? I don't know. He's just like cut the
I've
mullet.
never heard of Danger Rock.
Get out the hair clippers, jerk. Go to your barber. Tell him you're tired of looking like an asshole. Over just like him playing a Casio on his own.
So lo-fi punk.
Yeah.
I guess so. I guess that's why I said danger rock, because it
Is
doesn't
he
feel
just-
like punk, but it's
Is
worse
he
than
just
rock.
kind of a crazy guy?
Yeah, he's just kind of a crazy guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like Britain had a version of Nardwar. Any more Nardwar chat? Anything else that we need to resolve? Or we can wrap up the stream currently.
ICP squash the
Oh,
beef.
yeah. Oh, they
After-
squashed the beef.
After the explanation, they said, total misunderstanding. Sorry, nothing but clown love. So
I mean,
everyone's fine.
I mean, I still love this. Is this Mr. Motherfucker?
Yeah. I'm looking for Mr. Motherfucker.
Oh, Colt's cat. Yeah, who was watching?
Senor Mardrechingano.
Is that Mr. Motherfucker?
Just about, yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought that was.
It's the weird thing about Spanish is that they don't have a ton of swears in Spanish. Like it's just
Chingase.
What was that? What does that mean?
What does that mean?
I feel like they're like Quebecois.
Fuck yourself?
Okay.
Yeah.
I always assumed that all their swears would be religious, like French Canadians.
They do a fair bit of that. It depends where you are, because Spanish is spread around the world, and some of it is more Catholic than not.
Yeah. Like I just know that in
But madre anything, usually.
yeah, that or if you punta, like I just know in like LA if you
Yeah,
hear
puta.
puta, you're just like spaghettios.
I mean, that's whore. I mean, that's whore across the world.
Yeah.
¿Dónde está mi puta? Aquí está mi puta.
I
Lo
just
más importante es encontrar la puta.
I just also enjoy that in certain places in America, motherfucker is a real big one, which is so weird. Like
Really?
that's a big one, yeah.
That's arguably the most casual one.
And other places most casual.
Yeah. Okay, I want to hear about Colt's cat.
Yeah, here's the problem. None of the people that are talking know the story of Colt's cat. We're relying on Baldy 3 to give us the story of Colt's cat.
Then is Baldy around?
Baldy,
Show us that story, Baldy.
Go ahead, Baldy.
Did he just text you instead?
No, someone's online.
Tom, you're looking very dashing, by the way.
Yeah, what the hell, Baldy?
I don't think so. Next to you two.
Is anyone else up in your house, Tom? Can we do an update? How's the snack table? I meant to ask about that while we.
Shall I take you to the snack table?
Ooh,
Oh yes, please.
Snack table
Yes.
update. Let's go to the snack table update.
I mean, Isabel's currently watching, so she might have to mute it. But I will take you to the snack table, which is pretty shitting fabulous.
Oh my, what a great. Okay, so what do we have?
Oh wow.
Okay, we've got some. Oh, we have Oreos. Excellent. Always
Sensations. Is that popcorn? The
Yep.
red bag? Yeah, nice.
Yep.
Oreos.
Oreos, lovely. What's the red packet next to the Oreos?
Here,
Jammy Dodgers.
that's fig rolls,
Oh,
which is so English.
Very nice.
Right. And I'll.
Let's get a bit closer. So we got the fig rolls, and one next.
Yeah,
ooh,
mint chocolate.
White mint
Nice.
chocolate, excellent stuff.
Nice.
Popcorn, what's
Cookies. Those are Sainsbury's cookies I recognize, clipped up.
of course. You gotta love those things.
Jaffa cakes. Donuts.
Sainsbury's donuts.
Oh, I got done by the angle. Apples buried under all the sugar.
Oh, goddamn right. What are those?
That's Aero Mint. Don't be a fucking knobhead.
Okay.
And
pretty judgmental there, Tuck, but
Also,
all right.
Tom, you're also not from that part of the UK, so don't use those words. What are those rolls?
Brioche, baby.
Rolls. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, and here we are in the corner.
Oh, hold on. Oh, fruit pastels.
Some fruit pastels, bitches.
Very
Do
nice.
not
Very
care.
nice.
I don't care for anything. Someone recently asked me what food makes you gag, and I said all candy but chocolate.
That is so sad to hear. I'm heartbroken for you.
I don't need candy. I have chocolate. Chocolate beats candy in every respect.
No. It's just different times. It's like sometimes you want popcorn, sometimes you want chips. It's like it's a similar area.
Both of those things are great. But of course, yes, I hate Skittles. I fucking
What?
Yeah, Skittles.
Is that because you hate the rainbow and therefore hate the LGBTQI plus community?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I mean, it sounds
John,
like it. A lot of them sound like it.
John, how many T's are there in the word Skittles?
2. I think 2. I don't know.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. He doesn't even know how much does he love the trans community.
I didn't know how that was going to turn around on me, but I knew it was. I knew. You know, it's one of those. It's like I felt like a politician walking into a press conference after the scandal's already been announced. Where you're like, I know this ain't going well. Just find out how badly it's gonna
But
go.
you know what? You know what letters aren't in Skittles?
Go ahead.
J and K.
Just kidding. Or J.
Yeah, so he's not kidding. You hate trans people.
I don't.
John Hastings is a bigot.
I don't hate them. They're fine. Don't do this. This is the internet. This is gonna get turned around. I know Alex Watson is making a stream element as we speak. I'm waiting for it to come up. It's like I can. She is in another continent, and I can hear the mod for this channel is currently making that stream element. I know it's happening right. This clip, what's being also happening is the clip of you going, "You hate trans people," is being clipped out, and that will be on my Twitch channel. Like I know all of the. Yes, here it comes right here.
It's so
Bigot,
sad for you.
John Hastings.
You should have talked out earlier.
Yeah, I should have really left my Twitch channel much earlier. No. All candy is gross. It's disgusting. The closest M&Ms and Smarties are wonderful. That's all I need.
No.
Candy
It's okay. It's okay that you don't like it. You don't have to compensate by saying it's all terrible.
It's all terrible.
Who hurt you? Who put what up you?
Fruit pastels are great.
Willy Wonka.
Did you walk in on your parents
Wonka
fucking Willy Wonka?
Yeah, Willy wonked me. I'm also going to say this right now. I don't think I've ever actually watched the full Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory movie starring what's his face.
Gene Wilder.
That's
Wilder.
right. Yeah, never. I think I watched the whole thing.
That's a shame.
It's
It's a pretty
fine.
special film. It's its own thing. Yeah.
I enjoyed the book. I like the book.
I like it. But it's got sort of a similar ending to Grease, where at the end they just fly away for some reason.
mean, the ending of Grease, I think about more than is probably healthy. That movie sends so many wrong messages.
Yeah.
Like first of all,
What, the rape stuff? Yeah.
the rape stuff, troublesome.
Yeah.
Then of course she's pregnant. Is she pregnant still? No, I'm not pregnant anymore. Where did the baby go? Well, she went to a back alley abortionist because it's 50s America.
And
Also,
we don't have time for the dirty dancing scene.
Yeah. Oh, and who's a whore? Well, someone with a Spanish last name. I'll tell you that much for free. God damn it. And
Lo más importante es encontrar el abortionisto.
I don't know what he's saying, but it can't be good. He's dirty
He
whore.
just called someone a whore.
Yeah, certainly did. And then the ending is, of course, you want a man to love you? We'll change everything about your personality and smoke.
Mm-hmm. And also, he might change, but make sure he stays the same.
Yeah. He should not change.
Don't you let him change for you. You change everything that you are for him. God damn it, be an American.
Chris, can you tell your
The two of you, can I just ask very, 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 very shortly, how much have you changed?
I mean, I have a cardigan and I used to have a leather jacket.
I used to have a mohawk and a Godsmack t-shirt.
I still do. What was I going to say? I don't think I've ever seen Grease 2. Also, can we hear your Ian McKellen story, sir?
Yeah, again, heard it second, third, possibly fourth hand. Tom, you'll probably know if it's true or not. I heard a story.
Who told you it?
I can't remember. We were in a pub. It was a long time ago. It was just such a visceral, it's not even a long story. It's just a moment that someone captured of Ian McKellen, where he was doing a play in the West End. The owner of the theater was giving a tour to some people backstage. And while they were giving the tour, a young naked man, not like a boy, but just a young man, sort of came tumbling out of Ian McKellen's dressing room. And then he said, "Bring me another one. This one's full."
I've not heard that story. I have heard a different story from someone who.
Oh, you almost said it. You almost said who it was too. I could see it in your eyes. You almost said it was from. And then you did that classic. No, Tom. No, Tom.
You can check throughout everyone I've ever worked with. And make sure they're a Doctor Who. And they told me this story. And they worked with Ian McKellen. And it was...
Everything in that sentence is delicious, which is everyone I ever worked with, and one of them is a Doctor Who.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've only worked with one.
Yeah.
But he told me, and this was like 6 minutes into the first read through.
Yeah. So you're sitting next to Matt Smith and he turns to you and says,
absolutely, yes. So Matt Smith goes, I was playing Lear.
Oh, I picked the exact right one because it's such an inside baseball theater joke because my testicles literally shriveled of going, who's the fuckwit that cast Matt Smith as Lear?
And
he's barely a fucking Edmund at this point.
Oh, I tell you what. I'm looking forward to playing Edmund at some point. I'll be really good.
I can't remember which one's Edmund, which one's the other one. Edmund's the bastard, right?
Which is where my email address comes from.
Oh, yes, it does. Oh, that's been bugging me for fucking 7 years.
It happened 3 times. Everyone gets a prize.
Oh, that's really good stuff.
I need to get a new tripod, clearly.
What is your camera affixed to?
It's my phone. It's on it's fucking just like a squeezy tripod.
All right.
Okay.
So you're stood next to Matt Smith. I mean, I'm so
Yeah,
oh my
no,
god, it's like a
Matt-
fucking lid. A
Um,
weight is off
the
my
5
chest.
minutes into the read through goes, God, we were rehearsing Lear, and McKellen just got his cock out right near my face.
Oh no! Oh,
And apparently he did it every night of the show.
Oh, Gandalf! No one is surprised.
Oh,
You shall
man.
not pass!
It's
I mean,
stinky
what-
staff there, Gandhi.
I'm gonna say this right now. Does anyone remember? It was such an interesting, telling thing of when, like, everyone found out in the rest of the world that Kevin Spacey was a wronger, and the entire countries of Britain were like, yeah. Like the amount
Yeah.
of like
Everybody here knew. 100%. Everyone who'd ever worked in theatre for the last 6-7 years knew.
not
When I
only
bartended events, every waiter that was an actor had a Kevin Spacey story. Every single.
every single actor I knew had a Kevin. Like, and it wasn't the same. It wasn't the like apocryphal. It was like I was at the and then Kevin Spacey was creep to the power of 100.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was one where in Vancouver where he showed up to this restaurant. I guess he'd taken a liking to a dishwasher there. Pulls up outside the restaurant in a limousine. Beckons the manager over.
This was, I mean, he maybe pulled this more than once because I know that a version of the story happened in Toronto because a friend of mine worked at the restaurant. I may have told you this story.
Oh, maybe because I just heard a lot of crazy star stories in Vancouver, so I might have conflated them. But so is it? So it goes. He beckons him over. The manager goes, all right, goes into the kitchen and goes, there's a man outside who's paid your wages for the day, and he says that he needs you, so you're done.
As I heard it, it was Kevin Spacey is here. He's going to pay you for the rest of the day. Go get in his car. But yes. Yeah.
Same thing. And so the guy just took off his apron and walked out.
What?
Sorry?
He may have done it twice.
Yeah. I mean, you know
Very
what?
true.
You make a great point, Tom. There's a possibility Kevin Spacey
It's
is
a
great.
pattern.
More than once. I still love the fact that he got robbed on Hampstead Heath and then ran into a pub that happened to be below the offices of Pop Bitch to call the police in the greatest move ever. Have you heard this story, which makes me so happy every day?
No.
So Kevin Spacey's on the Heath by the Snake Pit. For those who
Yes.
don't know the Hampstead Heath, there's 3 swimming pools. There's the boy, girl, the girl, and then the boy swimming pond. And behind the boy swimming pond is an area known by the guards of the ponds as the Snake Pit, because that's where men go to get anonymously sucked off in the woods. And
Like snakes do.
like snakes do. Kevin Spacey was in that area.
Well, I mean, they can't really properly fuck. They've only got a tongue to use.
Damn right. Welcome aboard, Jessica Kibble. Welcome for the follow. Thank you so much. You were part of the Hummus Chums. Also, weird time to join. Anyway, Kevin Spacey was, having some love made to his mouth or making love with his mouth. Got robbed, as is the risk with that sort of activity, unfortunately, because people have to be anonymous because of the shame associated with homosexuality at the time, because society is hell. And so Kevin Spacey runs out of the Heath, and it's like, well, I'm going to call the police to say I was mugged while walking through Hampstead Heath in the dusk. And he runs into a pub in that portion of Archway that's by an office park or something. But anyway, the writers of Pop Bitch were in the pub when he came in and was like, my cell phone was stolen. Can I use your phone? Someone robbed me in the Heath. And they were like, go what? And like he was describing it on the phone.
I mean,
like,
the writers of Pop Bitch is a wide fucking circle,
Yeah,
because
pretty generous.
I know very many people who have
'cause
admitted.
it's just anonymous journalists across London at this point, and then one editor.
I know one person who knows all of them, I think, who are the permanent staff, and the permanent staff are like 3 people. So there's no way they could do the work they do, which is scurrilous fucking work. But I know one person who knows all of the permanent staff, and there's no way they could do what they do.
No, like it's but that
stuff.
there was that thing. Okay, there's
It's all tip-offs.
Okay, hummus. That is a new one. Where are you doing? Where are you each doing Zoom stand-up shows? I am interested. I don't know when my next Zoom stand-up show is, but watch the space. It's usually advertised. Chris, you're doing a show tomorrow.
Normally I would be, but I don't have guests. Do you guys want to play the game? Is it John Hastings and Tom Tuck? Are you free at 7:30?
Because I'm playing Bernie Sanders on another Zoom thing tomorrow.
Congratulations.
I can't do it tomorrow because I have this writing deadline thing, so I have to work on that.
Then don't worry about it. We're not going to do one tomorrow. I'll be back next week, though.
You'll be back next week, and you can
every Wednesday. Wednesday.
You can check me out here, and Chris will be here tomorrow.
The show?
What?
The Versus show. Yeah. I'll get you in for another one, Tom.
Yeah,
it's a great show.
Yeah.
I'll do another one because you've been jumping on this. But Chris will be here tomorrow, so you can watch that tomorrow. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up because I want to go lie down and ice my body. And
we've done 2 hours. Jesus.
Yeah, we have done 2 hours.
Yeah.
Tom, plug your show tomorrow.
It is Exeter University and Sean Doxey. I don't know what the name of the show is. Something to do with gay frogs. I'm playing Bernie Sanders. It's going to be a fucking mess.
Yes, we can raid Ben Russell. Alex, give me his Twitch handle. Chris Betts, plugs, please.
Check out my Versus podcast. It's called Chris Betts Versus. I got John on there. I got Jamali Maddox, Laura Lex, a bunch of amazing comedians. So subscribe to that. Comes out every Sunday. I just did one with Alfie Brown last Sunday. It was phenomenal.
That'll be great.
That was really good. That was so much fun.
Sorry, Chris.
Follow my Twitch channel because I do all my shows on there.
Yeah, follow Chris's Twitch channel, subscribe to his channel and to my channel. And Tom, do you have a Twitch channel?
I do, but I've only ever done one thing on it, so don't bother.
Why have you only done one thing on it?
I performed the songs of the Mountain Goats on it, and very few people came.
Yeah, they don't show up for a while.
What should our raid message be, gentlemen? What did you say about the clown feud, Chris?
What was it? Something about clown love.
Oh,
nothing but clown love.
They'll know it. Okay, so what did he say? I mean, Alex Watson's going Chris Betts Bareback Rider, which we can't think of what the clown love thing is.
All right, I'm going to find the clown love thing then.
You better find the clown love thing pretty quickly.
I'm on it. Come on, internet. Don't fail me now.
What I like is much motherfucking...
I'm on the internet. Gross.
Yeah.
Much clown love.
Much clown love.
Much clown love.
Clown love. We're rating Ben Russell. Do you guys know Ben Russell? Very funny.
Thank you, Future Bear King.
/American. Very funny American / Australian comedian that we're going to go raid right now. We will see you all tomorrow Tomorrow will be at midnight UK time. Chris Betts will be back. I will be here. Tom will not be here, but who knows? I like not knowing if Tom's going to be here and Tom pops in. I feel like he's the Don Rickles of the stream, where he just shows up.
Yeah. I'm a fan.
Also, here's the thing: Tom is not allowed on the stream again until he also provides Ben Tarjay. You have to provide. Next time you come on, you have to provide Ben Tarjay.
So
we want some Ben Tarjay time.
I need to wait till Friday.
That's right. He's at his girlfriend's. You told us that. Yeah.
Okay, but I lift the ban because if you want to come back.
I'll wait till Friday and I'll have him on the fucking sofa with me.
Yeah, but we don't do Fridays or Saturdays. So you have to wait till Sunday.
Oh.
Because I'm trying to establish a work-life balance, so I stopped doing Fridays and Saturdays. And it's also because I'm trying to
work-life balance at the moment.
For me, it's more just because if I'll do this every day, and I don't know if you've ever run one of these, but you'll go crazy because the amount of talking you end up doing, you're then you're with real friends, and they're like, "How are you?" and you're like, "Can you just go watch my Twitch channel?" I don't.
JJ, sorry, you just asked for my channel. It's just .tv/my name. If you want to do the show, I'd love to have you on. Send me a message and we'll organize it.
Also, JJ, if you want to do this show and just jump on,
Yeah, always
Just
welcome.
text me. I always forget. Yeah. Tom's done the best thing, which
Thank
is
you,
he goes
Alex.
and
Thank
goes, "Can I go? Can I come on?" So yeah, JJ, anytime you want to come on,
Well,
just let
no,
me know.
I've only done that
Yeah.
once.
Yeah, and I've established that's the best way to do it.
It
Yeah.
worked out.
And
Yeah.
the first time, I just commented on the Twitch channel, and you went, "Come on now."
Yeah. It's all right. So it's much clown love is the raid message. We're all heading over to Ben Russell's Twitch channel. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm doing Virtual Diner. Tickets are in the stream for that. Check out all of the people that support this channel. Thank you for your support. Subscribe to Chris. Do not follow Tom because he's not doing anything, but find out where he's pretending to be Bernie Sanders. And we will see you all tomorrow. Oh, let's go.
Bye.
We're
Thank
raiding
you,
on.
Alex. You're the best.
Mm.